How to get financing after you bought your first property. So, hi everyone, I am Becky Nova of Live Free with Becky Nova, where we not only help you live financially free, but also day to day free with no mortgage and rent. So, I get this question all the time in my Facebook group, Lady Landlords, about how to use creative financing and what exactly that means. A lot of people end up buying their first property, they save for that down payment, and then they want to be able to buy another property a little bit faster, and they just don't know how to get there. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to cover 3 different topics today, briefly, within creative financing. If you really want to deep dive into this, head over to lady-landlords.com, where you can check out our intermediate course, which will go a lot more into detail about how to use these strategies and how to find the money and the funds to be able to buy your next property today. So first one we're going to talk about is seller financing, and then we're going to talk about private lenders and also hard money lenders. So seller financing is basically what it sounds like. You're using that seller as a bank. So this is where that seller, you come up with arrangements with them where they're going to sell you the property, but you can work out the details with them, which means that your down payment, if you're going to make interest-only payments, if you're going to have a high interest rate, low interest rate, how many years you're going to be able to pay that back in, if it needs to be back in 5 years or 30 years or 50 years, all of that is actually negotiable. All of that is going to come from finding that seller that wants to get rid of their property and wants to work with you to be able to get that. It's a great option. And once again, if you check out the intermediate course at Lady Landlords, that's where you can learn a little bit more about how to find those deals. Now, moving on to private lenders. Private lenders are also those people that you're going to be able to negotiate those terms with, which is fantastic and has that benefit of that seller financing as well. But private money lenders might be a little bit harder to come by. They're usually not necessarily people that had planned on being in real estate, or maybe not necessarily at the beginning. They're usually not the people that have that business where they're just going around looking for ways that they can actually buy real estate, as a hard money lender would, which we're going to talk about next. Private money lenders can literally be a family member, a friend, a colleague of yours that has some money, but doesn't really want to get their hands dirty and is not going to be the person that's going to want to have to answer tenant calls and be a landlord themselves. It's a great way that they can actually lend you that money, and then they can actually earn interest on your property, but then you can still manage it and manage it the way that you want without having to have a partner in that sense. And then also you can gain that equity. It's a great way to kind of get your foot in the door, and usually they're much more reasonable rates, especially compared to a hard money lender. A hard money lender are really businesses out there that have a set of criteria of what they're looking for, but will be able to lend to you. They usually have a little bit of higher interest rates, but they're going to be much easier to find, and they usually have lower requirements than your seller financing and also your private money lenders. Hard money lenders will walk you through the system. They can also really get you money and your funding for your project in a very fast turnaround time. So I have a great hard money lender. So if you're looking for somebody, please reach out to me at beckynova24@gmail.com or here in YouTube and let me know, and I can put you in contact with my hard money lender. So those are 3 simple, easy ways to get involved in creative financing. So if you have not, head over to our Facebook group, Lady Landlords, where you can connect with some of the people that we are talking about within these financial positions and network with them there. Thank you very much and have a good day.